everyone he meets is always crying, but he always seems to think it's a good thing. I met this wonderful woman the other day. She was crying and sobbing, but she said she was having a great time. I don't know how many of you guys saw this. I have to give you guys the reflecting pool updates. Wait. Yesterday, Trump spoke about it. Right, it was here. Check this out. You guys are going to love this. Let's go.
That means money. You hear that? It just started when I started speaking, so I guess they probably don't want to hear. So tonight we have a very special group of people. It's called farmers, ranchers, and the people that I love. I love you all. A special, special group.
I love all of you, especially the big, strong men in the crowd. I see all of you. You're so big. You're so strong.
And I want to welcome you to the Rose Garden Club, which is a special place. We just
he looks shittier every day. It's crazy.
Developed it, really. This used to be grass and it was unusable. And I have my friend over there. Did I do a good job in the office with you today? Did I make you satisfied? Huh? He's a good man. We've dealt.
But did I satisfy this good, strong man? Did I satisfy you? Oh, you looked very satisfied earlier.
Successfully together for a long time.
Is this actually even Trump? His hair looks gray as fuck, and he looks way less orange. What drugs are they pumping into him? He's starting to look like a normal white person again, dude. What are they doing?
Oh, that's so much better without that noise. Thank you very much for turning that stupid machine off. But I want to welcome you to the Rose Garden Club. It's an incredible place. And this used to be grass, beautiful grass, but it was useless. You couldn't stand it. It was always wet. You know, this used to be a wetland. And the grass was wet. If it rained 7 days before, the grass was soaking wet.
What?
And we'd have reporters there. Female reporters would be holding their shoes like this, destroyed, ruined. Men.
What the fuck is he talking about? I like the solution to your heels getting muddy is to take them off and then put your feet in the mud. Like, what? Everyone knows grass and water destroy shoes. Everyone knows this.
And too. So we finally, after about 150 years, we decided to do something about it. And we put a beautiful stone that matches the White House, and people are loving this whole experience. We never had experience like this. We never had tables. We couldn't do anything.
We've never had tables.
We never had press conference. Now we use it for pretty much everything. It's one of the most active places in the White House. And we're delighted to be joined by some of the hardest working, most dedicated patriots in our country. That's called the American farmers. We have great, great, incredible people.
Bro is literally just yapping. He's literally just yapping.
And I love you for a different reason. I think I get about 98% of your vote. At least. We're trying to figure out who the other 2% were. But the country was founded by farmers. 250 years later, you are the growers, the ranchers, the agricultural producers, and you
feed growers. Oh, they're not showers, I guess. Okay.
Feed the nation, and you power the entire world. And tonight I want to just say thank you, and that's why you're here.
Makes sense.
You're at this very incredible place called the White House, and really, I have a great respect for you people. You built America. You really did. You feed it, and you built it, and you're unbelievable people, and thank you very much. Earlier today in the Oval Office, it was my honor to sign an executive order directing federal agencies to accelerate agricultural innovations that give farmers and ranchers the necessary resources to ensure American crops are the healthiest and the most abundant and the most affordable. And we're always working for the farmer. We want to make it better and easier for you, a lot easier for you.
Now, if you work with cows and beef, however, we will be introducing screwworm into all of the beef. I think it adds a little extra protein. I've heard really good things about screwworm from RFK Jr. We will be introducing that. It's very innovative. I'm hearing from my best men, my strongest men. It's really good for you. We're putting it into all of the meat.
We're pleased to be joined tonight by Secretary of Agriculture Brooke Rollins, and Brooke is a friend of mine. And we
What the fuck is screwworm? Is that an American thing? It's about to be.
talk all the time about affordability because when we came in, prices were through the roof, and you see they're coming down very fast, Brooke. Good job. You know, eggs, I think, were 4 times higher than they are right now. And it was my first day in office, and we had a news conference, and the fake news, which is around here someplace, there they are. They're always around someplace, unfortunately. But the fake news said, eggs, why are they so high? I said, what do you mean? Explain to me what's going on with eggs. They're 4 times. They were so high, like at a record high. Now, I was only there for 1 day. And I said, I've only been here for 1 day. Give me a break. And now Brooke went, we worked very hard on it. And they're actually at a very low price right now. So it's really great. People are eating a lot of eggs. But Brooke Rollins.
What the fuck is he talking about? Bro just speaks in a series of non sequiturs. Oh my god, dude. Wait. Hey guys, really quick question. 4 days ago, flesh-eating screwworm found in Texas calf as ranchers brace for possible spread. If you're a farmer, I love you very much. I love you so much, all the beautiful farmers out there. If you're a rancher, eat shit and die. I fucking hate you. I hate the ranchers in this country. I hope you make no money. I hope you do nothing but lose. But the farmers, I love you guys. I love the farmers. Continues.
Has done a fantastic job. We have our Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent. He's central casting. I say, he's totally central casting, right? He's a great guy. He's done a good job.
Also, by the way, fertilizer prices are higher now because of Iran. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're good. It's not like you need fertilizer for farming. Like, I've played Stardew Valley. The fertilizer just makes it grow faster. Like, you don't need it. You know what I mean? You can just, like, put the seeds in the dirt. And then if you give it, like, 4 days, you should get some radishes. So, like, I guess if you really want, like, the gold star or, like, the iridium quality, you can get the fertilizer. But, like, you don't need the fertilizer is not needed. You know what I mean? We don't need, and everybody knows video games are exactly like real life. They're exactly the same. So, yeah. Nobody needs fertilizer. And RimWorld fertilizer doesn't even exist. Exactly. Because it's proven by science. And by science, I mean especially when rotating crops like all farmers do. Yeah.
How's our economy doing, Scott? Pretty good, huh? Right through the roof. It's potentially, I think we have almost $19 trillion being invested. As an example, Sleepy Joe Biden, his administration, you know what it had? Less than $1 trillion for 4 years investment in the country. We have $19.2 trillion for 12 months. It's a big difference. And you see that all the factories being built all over the country. You will never have seen this, and you may never see it again. I don't think anybody's ever seen anything like it. We have our Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum, who's another star. He's a big star. He's helping me with all the fountains and all the statues all over Washington, and they're really looking good. We caught some people vandalizing our beautiful reflecting pool. We have the reflecting pool. They took a cutter, a box cutter or something very sharp. And can you imagine, where did these people come up with this? And they threw a little fertilizer in the water, which is not good. Fertilizer doesn't go well with water. Clear, beautiful water doesn't work well.
Wake me up inside. Can't wake up. Wake me up inside. And the vandals, the left-wing vandals, they brought fertilizer. And they're sprinkling the fertilizer, and the fertilizer is not good. It's not good for the pool. I cannot believe it. The Antifa agents, they came, maybe funded by Soros, I don't know, and they came and they put the fertilizer in the water, and they took some box cutters, and they... I love the idea of like a guy showing up with a backpack of fertilizer and only a box cutter. and just cut the pool for fun and then threw the fertilizer in the pool.
But they caught him. They actually caught him, and those guys have some problems ahead of them. But they did some damage. But it looks beautiful. I just looked at it, Doug, and it looks beautiful. And they're going to fix it. They cut the bottom with a knife and pulled it and tried to do it as much damage as possible.
Have you guys tried doing things underwater? I don't think you can pull the paint off. It's pretty difficult to do what he's talking about. Also, no one saw this. No one saw this. No one saw a guy show up with a box cutter for like 200 yards and then grab the paint and pull it. Oh, you actually can, but you need a paint puller offer knife. Dude, why am I so fucking stupid? I didn't even think about the paint puller offer knife. Dude, I'm idiot. God damn it. You want to guess how many cameras are set alongside the reflecting pool, but there's no evidence? Well, you have to understand Biden removed all the cameras, all right? Next question.
But these are sick people, but none of them are in the farming community. You're lucky. If you did have, you wouldn't put up with them very long, I don't think. But Secretary of Health and Human Services, and most people don't know this man. He's a very high-quality person. He's very brilliant, very difficult sometimes. He gets a little difficult to handle. But he's just a man that nobody knows, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Nobody has any idea who he is. Nobody has any idea.
What?
No, he's very popular.
Okay. I think he's joking around.
He just wants people to be healthy, and he loves the farmers,
Oh,
Bobby, right?
they dropped the fertilizer from a really tall building miles away, and the wind did the rest, and they calculated the swampification of the pool. Dude, these terrorists in our country are so crafty. Of course.
Farmers.
It was a fertilizer drone strike. Oh, my God.
And CMS Administrator Dr. Mehmet Oz, who's great. Who's a great man. Thank you, Mehmet. Thank you. Dr. Oz. Thanks as well to Will. We have a lot of...
No, bro, he botched the prep work, didn't clean the surface area right. The paint wasn't going to stay, and then especially pouring hydrogen peroxide in. Nice metaphor for how they go about shit. Are you really trying to sit here and tell me that he would lie? That President Donald Trump, 38 felon, President Donald Trump, that this man would lie? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I just don't believe you, you know? Like, I don't believe you. Get real, buddy. All right, I understand you have Trump derangement syndrome, but like, grow the fuck up, all right?
A lot of governors and senators here. I won't introduce all of them. Some of them I don't like, so I'm not going to introduce the ones that... And some of them I like a lot. Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen is here. Jim, where are you? Jim, thank you, Jim. Nice to see you. Senators John Bozeman and John Hoeven, Roger Marshall, Joni Ernst. Where are you guys? I'm having dinner with a couple of you. Hi, fellas. Representatives Austin Scott, Celeste Malloy, thank you very much. Are real farm people. They are at the top. They're always calling me about the farmer, along with Joni. Oh. And we also have with us President of the American Farm Bureau, Zippy Duval. I've known Zippy for a long time. Zippy, he is a Zippy. He's amazing. Thank you very much, Zippy. It's good to see you. You look good.
It's on Tubo.
Under the last administration, Sleepy Joe Biden and the radical left Dumocrats, I changed the name. It's dumb. I will probably always, until they become reasonable, I'll use a U instead of an E. It's very simple. Most people don't know there's a B in dumb, so it's a very simple change. I take out the E and I put in the U, and they're Dumocrats because their policies are so dumb. So that came out a little while ago, and they hate the farmer too. So do you know that they hate you? You know that, don't you? Anyway, the Democrats, they gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country, 48 years to be exact. And they crushed farmers with the burdensome restrictions. And my first term, we had an agricultural...
It feels like watching a child show their like Macaroni Art, and they're like, and then I put the macaroni in a heart because I wanted to show I love my mom. And then I put my mom in the middle because it's for her, for my mom. And then I put the letters MOM, but with the macaroni because it was for my mom. It's like that's what I feel like I'm watching. Like I call them Democrats. A lot of people don't know dumb is with a B, but I call them Democrats. I removed the B. I call them Democrats. Huh?
Trade surplus. Biden took that surplus and turned it into a
Sorry, can we talk about Zippy DeVell? I have nothing to say about Zippy. I have nothing to say about Zippy, okay?
$50 billion agricultural trade deficit. We had a big surplus with the farmer, and he took it in. I couldn't believe it. I was watching it happen with a rigged election, and he turned it into a $50 billion trade deficit. We had a deficit in agriculture, the worst we've ever had under Biden. He failed to negotiate a single trade deal on your behalf during a 4-year period. That's because he had no idea where the hell he was. And in his last year, farm bankruptcy rose to the highest levels ever, more than 55% up. One of the things I did for the farmers, I don't know if we get to it, but in the great big beautiful bill, so many farmers, they love their children and they want to leave their farm to the children, and the children love the farm, and they don't want to move into the big city because they're very smart. They want to stay in the farm, but a lot of the farmers are cash rich, and in some cases, and others are really land rich. And the ones that are land rich were having a little problem. They'd leave their farm.
I don't think children yearn for the farms, actually.
Farms, and their children would have to go out, borrow a lot of money.
To be fair, I do think Trump spends a lot more time around children than I do. I spend about none of my time around children. And when I am spending time around children, it's because I'm at a family or friend gathering and the children are there against my will. So admittedly, I spend next to none of my time around children, and he spends a lot of his time around children. So he might actually know more than me, admittedly. I don't know a lot about what children like. So, yeah.
To pay the estate tax or the death tax, a nasty tax, and it would be.
What does this mean? Glad you're not seeing you're a man? What? Elaborate.
Like 55, 60% in some cases, and they'd end up losing the farm. They'd go out, borrow the money, and the banks would end up owning the farm, and they did terrible things to themselves. It'd be, you know the story, it's a terrible thing, but there'd be suicides. They lost their farm, it was taken away. And I ended in the great big beautiful bill the death tax on farms and small businesses. So if you like your children, good. If you don't like your children, I would say leave the farm to somebody else. Does anybody here not like their children? Please raise your hand.
I'll take them. If you don't like your children, I will take them. I've got a great place. I can take them. Anyone here? Anyone? Any children? Any children? No? No children? I think I see a taker.
Nobody. That's good. I've never, with all the times I've said that, I've never seen anybody raise their hand. Although there's some cases, I'm sure, where they don't. But you don't have the estate tax to pay now, so you.
Dude, why is it that these people self-report so badly? I mean, you shouldn't be around children. Seeing that you're a man, surgery for that huge Adam's apple, and manly, raspy voice. Just want to say, what a crazy self-report that men shouldn't be around children. Oh. That's crazy that you said that out loud, man. That's a crazy thing for you to say. But sure, man, you want to self-report that. Go for it. You can do that as much as you'd like. Damn, I'm a man? Dude, could you tell that to my period? I don't want that shit anymore. Could you let my uterus know that I'm a man? I don't need that shit, man. Could you tell that? Could you please communicate directly? I'm begging, please. I would love for that, man. Please.
Children can live happily ever after, and they can enjoy being a farmer, and they can enjoy doing what they love to do. But now you have a president that fights for the American farmer, and after years of getting ripped off by other countries on trade, we've reduced the agricultural trade deficit just this year by 42%, opening markets to the American.
It turns out when Denim said hog watch, she meant we have to watch her hog. Hey, can you watch this thing for me? Yeah, I'll come back for it later. Yeah, if you could just watch it for me. Did that noise come off the screen? Yeah, could you watch this for me? Thanks.
American exports, and all over the world we're opening up markets for the farmers. We have another one, a new market coming up, and that's called the lovely country of Iran. It's a beautiful place. Would anybody like to go there? The Islamic Republic of Iran, they're having a hard time with food, and we're going to be taking some of their money and we'll spend it, and we're going to be buying wheat, soybeans, and corn, a lot of it. And that process is going to be starting pretty soon. It's going to be pretty big, too. I think it's going to be very big. We have an expanded market, dairy in Europe, and the dairy market, as you know, in Europe, we've opened it up because they had it closed. In Asia, South America, Australia is now allowing U.S. beef into its market for the first time in more than...
Oh, free screwworm. Yay! Free screwworm. Free screwworm. Oh.
In 25 years, and China is committed to purchase at least $17 billion in U.S. agricultural products, in particular soybeans. So I just left President Xi 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he's agreed to purchase $17 billion worth of mostly soybeans and different things, but mostly soybeans. I terminated the insane electric vehicle mandate where they wanted your tractors within 5 years to be all electric. That's just what you want, is an electric tractor. Would anybody like an electric tractor? Because typically it's not the greatest. You run out of fuel. If you're out in the field someday and you're running a little low on juice, you'll never get it started. You might as well abandon it. So ridiculous. But I ended the electric vehicle mandate, which would have gutted the ethanol industry forever. And I saved your ethanol industry, and I think everyone knows.
But can't that just happen with gas? What does he think happens when your car runs out of gas? Yes, when there's no more power in your car, you need to put energy back in the car. Yeah. Okay. No, you just buy a new car.
Knows that. Maybe nobody more so than Joni and some of the great senators that we just mentioned. Senator Marshall has been calling me all the time. Oh, you got to save the ethanol. So we did, right? We did. We saved it. We saved it. So it's very important. And the Democrats don't even know what ethanol is. We eliminated unnecessary restrictions on sales of E15, and I made it clear that I will sign a bill allowing E15 all year round, and that was something that was very important to the farmers. I also repealed the Biden administration's ridiculous Waters of the United States rule. It sounds so beautiful, the Waters of the United States. It sounds so beautiful, the Waters of the United States. It's a killer. It absolutely destroyed you and your businesses. Had a good name, and everything else was bad. When I did that, I said, I'm going to be killed by the fake news media with this one. I'm destroying the waters of the, think of that, the title. And when I did it, I was surrounded by farmers when I signed it, and half of them were crying. They said, you've saved our business, sir. Pretty amazing, right? We passed the largest tax cuts in American history and made the small business tax deduction permanent, benefiting 98% of farmers and ranchers to help keep your family farms in good shape. But it was a fantastic thing that we did for the farmer. I took a lot of heat because sometimes there is a group of people that are the exact opposite of the farmers, and what's good for the farmers is not good for them. But I am pro-farmer. I will tell you right now, I am pro-farmer. And yesterday we also called on...
Everyone he meets is always crying, but he always seems to think it's a good thing. I met this wonderful woman the other day. She was crying and sobbing, but she said she was having a great time. After I asked her, you have to tell me, are you having a great time right now or I kill you? Can you please tell me?
Congress to pass a supplemental funding bill that will provide $11 billion in relief towards specialty crops and helping our...
Hey kids, I hope you're feeling strong for today's water wars skirmish. Why did we do this? Well, there was once a very strange thing called money. Are we not going to watch Dean Vape Withers Jubilee? Is a crazy sentence. I still did want to watch it. I'm not going to lie, man. I'm not going to lie. I did still want to watch it, but.
Great agricultural producers.
It's not a vape. It's an anxiety fan. Hey, so what flavor is your vape?
Bound from the losses that they had due to the Biden administration's...
I did see his clip where it was like, actually, maybe I could just show it to you guys. It was a clip about him talking about abortion, and it got conservatives so fucking mad, and it's like, well, what's the problem? Not gonna lie, the Dean Jubilee is a banger. See, guys, sometimes when I suggest we watch Jubilees, you guys should just trust me, because I pick the good ones. I suggested the Dave Rubin one, everyone's like, no! And it was good. And I suggested this one, but then I got, like, my stream kept fucking crashing. I know, I can spot the good ones. Was he not doing a bit in the vape clip? No, he was, but it's a funny bit. So. Wait, what was I going to look for? Chat. You guys distracted me. It's not my fault I have ADHD. It's your fault. Can we watch the clip of the girl that keeps calling in and singing We Are Charlie Kirk? You mean this one?
We are Charlie.
Okay, she was about to start playing the piano. I bet that you were going to kill it, low-key. Welcome into Sport Trump.
We are Charlie Kirk.
Pretty impressive vocals, but those are now two bands, back-to-back.
We are Charlie Kirk.
No
We
fucking
carry the flame.
No fucking
We'll
way.
fight for the
I
gospel.
vetted your account.
We'll honor his name.
She has
We
posts
are Charlie
dating like 2 weeks
Kirk.
back about how she's MAGA.
Courage our own.
Photos of her fishing.
Together unbroken.
Photos
Dina
of her-
donated to you like 20 times.
He said
We
thank
are
you.
Charlie
And you are banned. Welcome into Sport Trump. Rosie.
We are Charlie Kirk.
And you are banned.
To the people saying that's AI, it's like, dude, you guys can't spot the AI. She's clearly singing it differently every time. And then also she just kind of went off on that
Fuck, I
time.
can't hit that high note like you. Yes, Marilyn
We
loading up in the
are
box. And you are also banned because I don't really want this shit today. Seeing if you support Trump.
We are Charlie Kirk.
She's a fucking Trump supporter.
Oh, God. All right. What I was going to show you guys, though, is this. I'm genuinely shocked by the number of people that think that this is like controversial, I guess.
Because I think it's a permissible action, I therefore don't see any good reason to infringe on a woman's bodily autonomy in the legal prevention of her access to abortion. Therefore, it's a human rights violation.
So you don't understand that it's like killing, you don't think it's killing a human being?
No, I do.
And you're okay with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't
You
see
don't
anything
think that
morally
we
wrong
should
with it.
focus more on preventable measures?
Because I think it's a permissible action.
I'm going to say this. I don't know why people find this to be controversial. Even if, at best, in the best case scenario of an abortion, especially first trimester abortions, which are the majority of abortions, at best, it's like a clump of cells. A fetus is not a baby. It's not alive, right? It does not approach the threshold for sentience for us to feel like you are killing a person. At the worst, I will value and prioritize the person who exists today, who is carrying the cells, than this potential child. So even if it is, even at the worst, if it is a human and you are killing that human, I think that the person's bodily autonomy still overrides that. I'm sorry. It overrides that. The person who exists today, their life and their choices and their bodily autonomy is more important. We carry the cells is crazy stuff. It's just like, it's so open and shut. And there already exists a mechanism that prevents people from treating that decision lightly, considering that being pregnant is not like a fun activity that you can just do for fun. You know, like it's women aren't just getting pregnant for fun and then like 8 months later being like, yeah, I think I'm done. Yeah, I think I'm ready for another, my punch card says if I get a third trimester abortion this month, I get a Fro-Yo. I get a free Fro-Yo. Like, this is already a non-problem in terms of if you care genuinely about human lives. This is already a non-existent problem. Like, women are already getting abortions in the first trimester overwhelmingly. And I think it's like 99 point, I don't even know how many nines, percent of abortions in the third trimester are for the health and safety of the mother or the child. Or like it's instances where it's like it's a non-viable pregnancy. And again, I think it's a crazy thing to say, yeah, you're carrying this child or this fetus that will be born and will only live for a few hours. And I don't want to have a system that allows you to not have to spend a longer period of time suffering for no reason. Seems kind of cruel, actually. Seems like a decision that, I don't know, the person carrying the child should make as an idea. So crazy, right? So crazy. The shit I would do for a free Fro-Yo, though. No, that's clearly a decision for the old fucks running the show. So true. So I just don't. The other thing too is, man, if you speak to like, this is a crazy idea, women, all of the women that I've spoken to, and honestly, there are videos on the internet, you can go and watch them. Nobody wants to have an abortion. Like, there is not a person that wants to have an abortion. Like, it's not, no one is like, ooh, this would be cool and enjoyable, exciting, fun. It's not like riding like a roller coaster where it's like, oh, this will be a fun 5-minute experience. I also just want to throw out there, grief and regret are not the same. It's like, girl, I can barely schedule a dentist appointment. Yeah, it's so true. It's so fucking true, man. So true. The people I know who've had it found the entire process so traumatic they can barely talk about it. Well, I think for a lot of women, especially who want kids, but have gotten abortions in their life, it's a very stressful decision because, the idea is, oh, well, if I don't have this kid now, maybe I will never get the chance in the future. Maybe it'll never be a right time. And like, maybe I shouldn't get an abortion or something. I feel like for people like me, maybe it's a little bit easier mentally because I don't want kids at all. And I've never wanted them. And I feel like I keep hearing like, no, it'll change. And it's like, nothing has changed. My desire to have children has only gone down, actually. But I can imagine that for the women who do want children, which there are a lot of, by the way, having an abortion is traumatic because they want kids. And you have the potential to have one now, but it's just not the right time. So it's like, one chatter said, I don't want kids. I've had an abortion. Do not regret it. I still grieve over it. It's been like 15 years since. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, even the people who don't want kids, it's still like, even if you're only talking about physical trauma, like, what the hell? So this is already kind of like a problem that doesn't need to be fixed. Like, no one is just, all of the abortions that are occurring, none of them are occurring without any respect for life. So like, I don't know, it's just crazy to me. I feel like even at worst, even if you think like that fetus is a child and it's a human being and you're killing a human being, I think that people's bodily autonomy and the person who is alive now, who is carrying those cells, has a greater priority for living the way that they want to live over a potential child existing. Like, it's just so insane. It's so crazy. And then they always think that this is like the end all be all argument where they're like, well, you're killing a child. What if that's what's happening? It's like, okay. I'm not going to value the life of like a potential child that might be born over the person carrying the child. That's so insane to me. That again, it's like it just doesn't change anything for me. Bumblebee Tuna, thank you for the 5 gift subs. What the heck? Thanks. There's something else I was going to show you guys. We are Charles. I don't have the voice of an angel. Sorry, chat. Someone linked this in chat. I saw this earlier.
Yeah, sure. Awesome.
I love you.
Cheers, man. Fuck. I'm sorry, by the way. I didn't mean to call you a man. I did not mean to do that.
I don't mind.
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry about that. But have a lovely night. Yeah, sure.
Bro is kind maxing. Bro is kind max. W. By the way, it's that easy to not be transphobic, man. You know the other thing too? I'm going to say something that might be controversial. But I feel like it's not controversial, but I feel like it is controversial. I feel like it's very clippable, but I feel like it's not controversial at all if you know what I'm talking about. I feel like the internet has a lot of people on it who are varying levels of mentally ill. Okay? And the people in society who are extremely mentally ill to the point where they're like hermits, like, and I'm not talking about mild mental illness. I'm talking about like you are a full-blown like incel, right? The most mentally ill people are online. Because if you're dealing with severe mental illness and it's like to the point where it's debilitating, interacting with other people outside is very difficult. Interacting with people low-key is kind of stressful. I don't know if you guys know that. It is low-key stressful. So I think a lot of people, regardless of whatever group you belong to, are more mentally ill when you see them on the internet than if you see them anywhere else, right? And they're usually the most insufferable people. Not always, and there's obviously like I've made lots of friends on the internet. Most of my friends I think that I still have today, I made them on the internet. And that's kind of like across the board. Like among white people, the most mentally ill white people are probably on the internet, right? Like if you're dealing with debilitating mental illness that impedes your ability to socialize with other people, you're going to be on the internet. The most mentally ill women are going to be on the internet. The most mentally ill men are going to be on the internet. That's just going to apply to every group, which is why you see so many like angry people on the internet that are just like, they don't even exist. They don't even have any joy in their life. Like everything is black or white. There's no gray. And you like talk to people out in the real world that like socialize and go outside and you realize this is what interactions look like, right? This is what like most interactions look like. Or I said all this to say, I feel like there's like this really annoying, it pisses me off because I see it also with like men and women, but it pisses me off when it's like you see the most annoying people on the internet and some of them happen to be trans, but it's probably just that the people on the internet are just annoying regardless of the fact that they're trans. And when you go out in the real world and you talk to people who are used to interacting with lots of people and you just deal with the fact that everyone's kind of gray and, you know, you're not going to agree with everyone on everything and in any single way or in every single way. This is just what the interactions are like. And I feel like if people went out in the world and were just normal, you would find that everyone else is too. Like, I feel like there's like this idea, it pisses me off, where it's like trans people want to like make you do exactly what they want and they want you to respect them by using every pronoun correctly, no matter what the pronoun is, even if it's zim or whatever. And if you don't do that, they will kill you. They will do surgery on you in real time. And it's like, then you talk to like trans people in like real life, in the real world, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that, to do that or to say that. I didn't mean to accidentally misgender you. And you talk to them and they're like, oh, I don't care. I don't, no, you're good. I know what I am. I know who I am. I don't need like outside validation of any kind. Like obviously in a workplace environment, that would be different because you want a non-toxic workplace environment where everyone's actually respecting each other so work can get done. But no, it doesn't matter. And that's just like how everything in the, like, you just like go outside and people are just normal and chill. And it's not that serious. It pisses me off so bad. Anyways, I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about at all. The be normal mantra. Yeah. Gawk apocalypse. Dude, I can't get over your name. Trans people are people too, and generally people are stupid and annoying. I don't think people are generally stupid and annoying. I think people are just like most people are some varying levels of annoying. And sorry, if you're a person, if you are a human being, there's a good chance you're annoying to someone out there, you know? Trans people aren't excluded from that. Same thing with men, women, race doesn't matter. Everybody's going to be some level of annoying. So it's just like, yeah. I've had coworkers pre-transition let me know I misnamed them after they changed their name. I appreciate them letting me know so I don't look like an asshole calling them their old name. That's dope. I say this all the time about liberals. Liberals get a lot of hate from online leftists because online liberals are fucking insufferable. Most people in the real world who self-ID as liberal are just kind, empathetic people. Oh, for sure. And I think it's the same thing for leftists. Online leftists are some of the most annoying people on the fucking planet. It's not because they're necessarily leftists. It's more so because they're online. That's the bigger problem. That's the bigger problem, big dog. Because it's just like, and it's not that everyone online is annoying and mentally ill. It's that the worst type of illnesses those people are on the internet. The people who are suffering the most, those people are on the internet. Because think about it, it's like if you're like a MGTOW, you're like men go their own way. It's like the super incels. It's like the level 100 incel. You're not going outside. You're not going to bars or talking to women. You're fucked. Of course you're on the internet. You have nowhere better to be. I'm on the internet because I like being on the internet, but not everyone else is that way. Some people aren't on the internet because they like the internet. They're on the internet because they don't have somewhere else necessarily to go. But that's like, even that, like I got on the internet and I enjoyed the internet so much because I didn't really feel like I got along with or fit in with my peers growing up. And the internet had like the fun video games that I liked. So I liked being on the internet, and then it had all my friends in it and everything. But then like and then obviously it's about mentality, you know, but yeah. I don't know if you guys get what I'm talking about. I think it made sense. I think my points were salient.